1. So this is a CVC between Torture and Underdogs. So the first ban phase begins with let's see what is the ban coming up from the Underdogs team. So they ban Lotus first, and as she's a really good support mage in the team fights, and her ult is really helpful in the team fights to support her team, and she's really helpful in the team fight. Yeah, so the next ban coming up from Torture team is Lunaria. Lunaria is a really good support mage, as her second and ult is really very helpful in the team fights because she is a really good AoE hero. And the next ban coming up from the Underdogs team is Dragos. Dragos is really a heavy heavy player and a really good hero to be banned, as he is really harmful in the team fights, as his dragon form is really helpful for the team, and as it has AoE damage. And the next ban coming up from the Torture team is Wolfram. Wolfram is really good assassin and semi-tank hero, and he is really fatal for those who are left with really low health after the team fight. So the next ban coming up from Underdogs team is Ashrath. Ashrath is a really good ban coming up from the Underdogs team, as his ult is really helpful in the team fight as well as in the 1v1 combat, and he can kill even 5 members at a time if he uses his ult properly. And the next ban coming up from the Torture team is Minos. Minos is really good ban, as his hook is really helpful to initiate the team fight, and as there's a bug right now on his hook as it increases his range. And then there are some picks coming up from both the teams. So the Underdogs team picks up Crystal, as she is a really good mage support and really helpful in the team fights, as her ult is a really good support ability in the team fights. And the next two picks coming up from the Torture team are Zhang Fei and Jean. Zhang Fei is really good tank and is really good initiator as well. His ult is really very helpful in the team fight, as his health increases more and more as he gets more damage. And the next pick coming up from the Torture team is Jean, Burninator and Cleopatra. Burninator is also a really good initiator and a really good tank hero, and he's really helpful to take all the damages on himself and help his teammate proceed. And the Jean and Cleopatra both are really helpful in the team fight, as both have really good AoE damages. And the next picks coming up from the Underdogs team are the Venom, Rockman, Freya and Solus. Freya and Solus is both are really good ADRs, as they're helpful in the team fight as they're long ranged. And Venom and Rockman is a really good tank hero, and Venom is a really good semi-tank, and Venom has a really good damage, so he'll be really helpful. So the next pick coming up from the Torture team is Vince. Vince is a really good ADR, as his ult increases his range, and it will be really helpful in the team fight. So right now the battle has begun. So at the bottom we have Venom and Freya from the Underdogs team, and at the top we have Zhang Fei, Jean, Vince and Burninator protecting the top buff of the team. So here the Vince will take down the top buff really very easily, and at the bottom they have not yet started to take the bottom buff, so I think they should take the bottom buff as soon as possible. At the top there is the Rockman is harassing Burninator really very good, as Burninator is half of his health, and let's see if they're gonna initiate and do a team fight really in the early games. At the bottom it's a really good initiation coming up from Zhang Fei, but Zhang Fei gets more damage from Freya, so I guess it's a really good team fight, and it's a really good initiation coming up from Burninator, but I think Burninator is gonna go down as he's really low, and yeah, and even Vince is really low at this moment. So let's see what happens, because the Underdog's team is applying more pressure at the top lane on the Torture team. So I think they're gonna push the top tower as soon as they can. And there are some TPs coming up at the top lane, and there is a good initiation coming up from Burninator, but there is no support coming up from his teammates, so they will have to back off. So there are some wards coming up at the top lane. There are 2 wards in the enemy jungle from the Underdog's team, and at the mid, it's a really good initiation coming up from Zhangfei and Burninator, and Burninator will be successful in taking down Rockman. So it's a first blood coming up in the favor of the Torture team, and I think the Burninator is gonna go back doors and is gonna stun the opponent team, but no, unfortunately he'll not be successful in that. So let's see what happens. At present, the Torture team will be planning to take down the dragon as soon as possible, because I think there's gonna be a team fight over here. It's a good initiation coming up from Burninator, and even Zhangfei wanted to initiate, and it's a really good kill coming up from Cleopatra, and I think it's a really good ult, even a really good ult coming up from Crystal. But the Torture team is really heavy on the opponents, and now they're gonna take down the dragon buff as well. No, they're not, but instead they'll try to defend the bottom tower. It's a really good stun coming up from both the tank heroes, and at present Freya is really very low, and she'll be killed by Burninator. Actually, she'll be killed by the tower, but Burninator gets the kill. And the Torture team is, as their name tells, we're giving a really bad torture to the opponent team. And guys, let's have some comments on which team you're supporting, so that I'll get to know which team has more fans over here and more followers. So Zhangfei gets the defense buff at the bottom, and at the mid, the Cleopatra and Crystal. It's the Burninator tried to make a stun on Crystal, but he was unsuccessful in that. It's a really good stun coming up from Venom, but it's a really good team fight coming up at the bottom by the Torture team, and it's a really good comeback done by Torture team at the bottom lane, and they are successful in killing 3 heroes from the Underdog's team. So it's a really bad team fight coming up from the Underdog's team, but I think they're unlucky at present, but they can do a really good comeback in the late game. And it's a really good initiation coming up from Burninator, and Cleopatra is really very low. Even Burninator is really very low. It's a really good kill coming up from Crystal as she takes down Burninator alone. So at present, Zhangfei and Jean will be helping down Crystal to take Freya, and at the top it's a 1v1 combat going on between Vince and Rockman. At present, Vince will be successful in taking down Rockman, so the Torture team will be getting the bottom lane to defend the towers. And at the mid, as usual, the Cleopatra is trying to push the lane and torture the opponent team. I think they're gonna initiate at this moment, and there's gonna be a good team fight coming up in the mid lane. Yeah, it's a really good team fight coming up, and Jean kills Freya and Solus kills Cleopatra. It's a really good team fight coming up from both the teams right now. It's a really good stun coming up from Zhangfei and Burninator. Oh my god, it's a really good team fight coming up at the mid lane. At present, Zhangfei is really heavy on the opponent team as he's really stunning the opponent team really very well, and helping his team to initiate the team fight and helping his team to get more and more kills. And at present, the Torture team is really very ahead of the Underdog's team in terms of the kill count. So, but yeah, in even in the gold count, the Torture team is really ahead of the Underdogs team. Crystal is really low at present. It's a really good stun coming up from Zhang Fei, and Zhang Fei is dead at present. And even Solus is gonna go down, I guess. No, Solus will get back. He'll fall back. And so, guys, if you like this video, if you like this live or the match between Underdogs and Torture team, you can share with your friends so that they can also enjoy this live between both the teams. And it's a really good stun coming up from Burninator, and instead they take down Solus. And again, it's a really good stun coming up from Zhang Fei, and it's really helpful for his team. And they take down Rockman and Crystal. It's a really good team fight coming up from the Torture team, as the Torture team is really heavy on the Underdogs team. And at present, I think the Torture team is really gonna win this match very easily. So I hope you guys are enjoying, and if you guys are enjoying, please let me know in the comment section below. And please make a shout out for the team which you're supporting. So I hope this is a really good team fight coming up, and the Winds will be taking down the Dragon alone. So let's see what happens. At present, Venom is at really bad risk as he's going alone, and it's really fatal for Venom, and he's killed by Burninator, and Vince takes down Solus as well, and it's a double kill for Vince as he takes down Rockman. It's a really bad teamwork coming up from the Underdogs team. They should improve their team fight and their team game. It's a really good team play, and it's a really good teamwork coming up from the Torture team. And if you guys are liking this video, please make sure you give a like to this live, and please share this with your friends so that they can also enjoy this with you. And at present, the Torture team is going to take down the Zakar buff very easily, as the Underdogs team is busy defending their bases. So let's see what's going to happen. If they are going to make a comeback in the late game. It's a really good stun coming up from Zhang Fei, and good initiation as well. And Burninator also helps his teammates to finish him off. Oh my god, this team fight is really turning out in terms of Torture team, and it's a really good initiation coming up from Burninator, and it's a really good team fight coming up here. It's a really good stun laid down by Crystal. Venom was trying to initiate and go deep into the opponent's team and try to kill them. It's a triple kill for Vince, and it's an ultra kill for Vince as well. So they are gonna... Oh, it's a rampage for Vince. It's a really good rampage coming up from Vince, and they are gonna finish this game off. And it's a GGWP coming up from the Torture team, and they'll finish off this game with flying colors, and they'll be successful in beating Underdogs really easily. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you press that like button, and if you're a new viewer of this live, you can make sure you press that subscribe button as well, so that you'll get a notification, and press that bell icon as well, so that you'll get a notification whenever I do a new live or upload a new video of gameplay or a new update coming up from Heroes Evolved. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have a good day. So goodbye.